Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm going to talk to you today about the event that I've been planning for these past few months. The date that I will set the event will be probably, I was thinking late May, early June, because that's like the time of the year when not a lot is happening and people will probably be more interested in it. And locations for the event will probably be either the chapel in the R&C Performing Arts Centre or the courtyard in Hereford, which has got a good reputation for hosting outdoor events. And the target audience for this event will be obviously people within Hereford, who like music, and R&C students and staff. Possibly they could be target audience members as well, because they if they've been to the New Songsters events before, they'll know if they've enjoyed it, they'll know what to expect. So yeah, the artists that we could get to go to the event would be people like Selma Owen, Nathy Holman and Heather Thunder, and they've all performed at the New Songsters events in the past, and they've all been popular with people there, and they've kind of liked them and said, do you want to perform again? So they obviously like the style of their music, and they're both all three are quite different styles, and Peter Thunder are quite indie and rocky, whereas Natalie and Sarah, they have guitar, they're both solo artists, they're quite good solo artists, so they probably all fit in within the event. And then the running order would be probably have Natalie opening and then maybe Heather Thunder afterwards, and then Seven closing the event out, which would be quite a good way to do it. So, in my opinion anyway. And also for Natalie, Seven and Heather Thunder as well, if they come to the event, then maybe they could get recognised by scouts of a major company or record company who think, oh yeah, that person's good, we should sign them up for our record label. So that as well, that could be a factor in them wanting to perform at the event, with the chance that they might get noticed by someone and then signed up to a major record label. That could definitely appeal to them, I think. And obviously for the personnel that I would need for the event, obviously fellow R&C students, members of Chapel. So obviously I'd probably get Josh to host it, because in my opinion he's a brilliant host, and having done New Songsters before, he knows kind of what to do and what to say, and he's the more experience he gets, the more he'll be well known to people who do New Songsters. And Kieran as well, I'll probably get him to do something, maybe writing or sound or something backstage, because that seems to be his forte, really. And obviously other staff members can help as well. And probably during the interval we'll need someone to hand the snacks out, and probably be a bar as well, so we have someone to manage that. So we'll need quite a few people to do it, but we should be able to get people that we need to do it. And equipment, obviously we could either get some ourselves, or we might have to buy some, which would cost quite a bit of money, but I'll come to that a bit later. The equipment that we need, obviously Josh needs a microphone, and we've got that here in the chapel, and obviously stools for Sarah and Nathy to perform, and obviously speakers so that their sound can get transmitted to the people listening. And obviously backstage probably need some equipment like for the lighting levels and sound levels as well. So we should be able to get most of the equipment. We might have to, but we'll probably have to budget for it as well. So that could have to make sure we don't overstretch our budget too much. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. And how we will promote it is, I was thinking that we could obviously have posters around the college or around Hereford City Centre promoting it, to try and get a few more local people to turn up to the event and see the artists in action. And also I was thinking on social media, the RNC Facebook and Twitter page would probably do well to say what the event is and when it's on, because obviously that might attract quite a few more people, with obviously social media being a big thing nowadays. People will probably think, oh, there's a music event on, I'll probably go to that. So we can get obviously more exposure because of social media, and that would be a good thing for the college as well. And for me, I'll probably, if ever it needs like marketing, I can kind of help with the marketing side of things, because I know quite a bit about marketing, having worked with the marketing department here at the RNC on the last 2 work experience weeks. And so if they need tips on kind of how to promote it and what to put on social media, then I'll give them advice on what to do and how to do it. And hopefully, because of the promotion, hopefully there'll be quite a big turnout for the event, which is what we want. And next thing I'm going to say is about the risk assessments, and for that I'll need to be wary of sound levels that don't get too high and make everyone kind of not really enjoy it that much. Also if there's a wire lying around that people could trip over it and injure themselves, I have to make sure that's kind of not in the way of anything, and tape it down so that people see it and don't trip over it. Otherwise, if that happens, then we could get sued if they have a really bad injury, which we obviously don't want to have to do, or have to be put in that situation. And for the stage design, to be honest, I've thought about this quite a bit. I haven't really actually thought about what design can be. I'll kind of see if I can get a few copies of certain stage designs that have gone on in the past and see kind of which one I like best, and we take it from there. I think it'll probably be a normal type of stage design for a show, so that'll be quite good. And for the budget, I've got artists. Obviously, if the artists are performing at the event, then I'll probably will have to pay them to perform at the event. And it's obviously how much they charge will depend on kind of how well known they are. So I've said it could be about £100 for the for any one of the artists. Again, that's just my estimation of it. It could be higher, it could be lower. Maths is never my strong point. So depending on who we get, we might have to charge them quite a bit, or charge them not a lot of money. So, and then we come on to the venue hiring. Again, if we do it at the chapel, we'll have to be charged for using the courtyard in Hereford. We'll have to charge for using that. Whereas if we had it at the chapel, then we won't have to charge anything for it, because we kind of own it technically. And to be honest, I'm not really quite sure how much the courtyard charges for a certain event. It could be, I imagine it's quite a high figure. So, but again, budget we need to be wary of. And then obviously posters and promotional advertising. again, that I don't think that really cost a lot of money for posters, and then obviously promotion. If like we're doing it via social media, then that won't cost us anything because we're just using social media to promote the event. And also, finally, the equipment. Obviously, we'll have our own equipment here at the chapel, but in some cases we might need to buy some equipment, so the microphones, speakers, headphones, that kind of thing, and that will probably cost not a lot, but if we really want like high quality, and we'll have to pay quite a bit for it, so we'll have to bear that in mind. Like, do we want something that's high quality but will cost a lot, or something that it's not really the best quality but it's cheap? So we'll have to kind of bear that in mind when we're looking at stuff to buy. And for how I'll fund the event, obviously ticket sales, I'll probably charge about £5–10 a ticket for the event. I think that's quite a fair amount to charge. Obviously there could be kind of discounts for like families and RMC students and RMC staff. I think that'll be quite a good thing to do. And also, if I could approach local businesses to get them to sponsor the event, that could work very well in my opinion. Obviously, if a local business isn't that well known within Hereford, then by sponsoring the event they could get more publicity and they could be more well known to people, and at the end of the day they could make a profit from promoting the event. And if people really enjoyed it, then they'll probably want to use that business more. And now we're on to legal and ethical issues. Obviously, about the price of tickets. If I say it's £5 and I say, oh, actually it's £10 when they come to pay, then that's not really fair on the people, because they thought it was one amount and it's another. That's bad ethics. And also, I need to make, and that's also breaking the Descriptions Act about tickets, and the Data Protection Act. I need to be very aware of that. If I give out information about the bands that are performing, I need to make sure that it's correct information and that I've asked them first before I say it. Otherwise that will be again ethically not right, and it will be breaking the Data Protection Act, which is quite a serious offence to break. And then legal, obviously, if they're doing a cover version of another person's song, then they have to be wary of that. But obviously we got PRS license for it, so it's a really big problem for us, but it just need to be wary of it. And also when it comes to like bad language in lyrics, I think it needs to be kind of toned down a bit, because obviously you might get kids watching and they obviously pick that up and they might use it later in life, or after they've seen the show, which obviously is not good for them. And so we need to kind of be wary of certain words that they might say, and kind of say, if you say it only like once in a song, not like 5 or 10 times in a song. So obviously that will really be quite bad for people watching. They'll probably think, what is this event? What have we turned up for? So yeah, and that is my presentation.
Great, thank you.
Any questions?
So what actually is your event doing? Is it?
What do you mean by that?
Like what? I understand you're going for a New Songster stuff, but what are you actually doing a New Songsters event, or are you?
It's just like a concert type thing.
Yeah, but is it like part of the series of New Songsters, or is it a spin-off, or is it?
Could probably be a spin-off from these songsters, but hopefully it'll work as well, just as well as these songsters does.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I think you covered most of the points well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.